today we will talk about the pollution. So who have not subscribed, please subscribe and like the video. So let's start. The topic is pollution. It is a Ghatna Chakra. This is the second last chapter of this environment. एवियन का second last chapter है. Let's see. Human made pollutants are called xenobiotics, no antibiotics, no. It is called anthropogenic. Remember, human generated. It is a human generated anthropogenic. That means human generated pollutant is anthropogenic. Next, the environment modified by human activities is called, recently we have learned about anthropogenic environment. Biodegradable pollutants is biodegradable pollutants which decompose itself quickly, that is mercury no, sewage yes, plastic no, asbestos no. So sewage is a biodegradable pollutant. Next, which of the following is a biodegradable pollutant? So sewage yes, plastic no, asbestos no, polythene no. Which one of the following is biodegradable? Again, question is being repeated. Plastic no, not biodegradable. Polythene no, mercury no, rubber. Yes, rubber is biodegradable because or it is made from plant. This rubber is made from plant. We are in this question we are talking about the rubber made from plants, not synthetic rubber. Next question, which of the following is not a biodegradable polluter? So biodegradable polluter, fecal matters. Yes, fecal matters. Yeah, stool. So this is biodegradable polluter. So fecal matter biodegradable है, but in the question we see not a biodegradable. So pesticide is not a biodegradable. So option is A. Urine is a biodegradable and domestic waste also is a biodegradable. So option is B. Now see air pollution. The combustion of coal, petrol and diesel etc. is the basic source of coal, petrol, diesel. What they produces? They produces air pollution, not water pollution, land pollution, noise pollution. So what they produces? They produce air pollution. Consider the following statement regarding the mercury pollution. Gold mining activity is a source of mercury pollution in the world. Coal-based thermal power plant cause mercury pollution. So you can see here. Third one is that there is no known safe level of exposure to mercury. How many of the above statement are correct? So if we see this statement, gold mining activity is source of mercury pollution in the world is correct. And if we go to the jewelry shop, we also see this coal-based thermal power plant cause mercury pollution. This is also correct. There is a no known safe level of the exposure to the mercury. Yes, we cannot say that uh, uh, 0.001 per uh, gram of mercury is usable or consumable. So in such way, we can say that there is a no known safe level of exposure to mercury. So very less amount of mercury is very harmful. Which of the following is produced during the formation of photochemical smoke? Photochemical smoke means nitrogen oxide. Hydrocarbons not responsible. Ozone is not responsible for formation of photochemical smoke. Methane is not responsible. So which one is nitrous oxide? So nitrogen oxide is the main cause for the formation of photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke is a resultant of the reaction among. So what I have got? Nitrous oxide. So N NO2, O3 and peroxyacetyl nitrate in the presence of sunlight. So nitrous, then uska ozone oxides, clear oxides and peroxyl acetyl nitrate. When it's react in the presence of sunlight, they produces photochemical smoke. Here carbon monoxide not, because nitrous oxide is responsible, carbon monoxide not, and then this also not. In here we can see there is a present of carbon monoxide. So what is main component? Nitrous oxide. Powerful eye irritant in the smoke is which one? Peroxyacetyl nitrate. A powerful eye irritant component is peroxyl acetyl nitrate. Sometimes we see confusion in sulfur dioxide when we sulfur we produce during the peeling of onions. So this create confusion in the examination. But keep remember that peroxyl acetylene nitrate is the powerful eye irritating substance, especially smoke. During normal condition, the gas which pollute the atmosphere is polluted atmosphere, so carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, but not a pollution as per the pollution given here, because carbon dioxide is also food for the plants. So which one of the following is not a secondary pollutant? Secondary pollutant. So pan peroxyacetyl nitrate is a secondary pollutant. Okay. Smoke, here you can see not. And is secondary pollutant. Smoke is a secondary pollutant. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is not a secondary pollutant, it is a primary pollutant. These are the primary pollutant. Ozone is a secondary pollutant. Secondary means they are derivative from some other pollutants, and which are itself is a pollutant, that is called a primary pollutants. Next, which among the following is the secondary pollutant? That is a smoke. Carbon monoxide is a primary, carbon dioxide is a primary, fly ash is a primary, but secondary is a smoke. Derivative, it is a derivative as smoke becomes by combining many other component, primary component. Color as gas coming out from motorcycle and motor vehicle and cigarette due to incomplete combustion is carbon monoxide. Where is the carbon monoxide? Carbon monoxide. Pollutant emission gas in vehicle exhaust is mainly carbon monoxide, where carbon dioxide, no, carbon monoxide, yes. Combustion of the petrol in the automobiles pollutes the air by producing the following metals, that is lead. Combustion of petrol in automobiles pollutes the air by producing the following metals. Which metal? That is lead. Lead. The major component of CNG is what? Methane. Methane is the major component in the CNG. Compressed natural, CNG means compressed natural gas. CH4 means methane. Next question, which one of the following air pollutants can affect bloodstream leading to the death? So, air pollutant can affect bloodstream. So, which one is the carbon monoxide? When you have not oxygen from air in your body, then the bloodstream affect get affected, and that leads to the death. That is called death by the suffocation. Which of the following air pollutant get dissolved in the hemoglobin of the blood more rapidly than oxygen? So which one is the carbon monoxide? That's why it is called the bloodstream leading to the death. When you take the carbon monoxide and it's quickly dissolved into bloodstream and goes to the various part of your body, then body does not work properly, and that leads to the death. Which of the following air pollutants is most dangerous? So which one? If there is a carbon monoxide, yeah, there's carbon monoxide, because this is a highly dissolvable in the bloodstream. Which of the following is a major cause of air pollution? So major cause of air pollution is disposal of plastics, burning of fossil fuel. Burning of fossil fuel is the major cause of air pollution, because we see this burning of fossil fuel all over the country, and this is happening from decades, even centuries, not only decade, even century. So this is the major part of air pollution. Next question is, which one of the following is a air pollutant gas and is released by burning of fossil fuel? What? So not hydrogen, not oxygen, not nitrogen, not means sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is an air pollutant gas and is released by burning of fossil fuel. So when you burn fossil fuels like coal, uh, cow dung, then produces sulfur dioxide. Fly ash is an pollutant which generated by burning of coal. Yes, burning of coal. Coal is a fossil fuel, so fly ash generated from there. Burning of diesel, kerosene. These are the fossil fuels, uh, but uh, distilled, mainly sophisticated or purified. And burning of charcoal. Charcoal is not a fossil fuel which is made from the plant. Burning of the plant, mainly trees. Mm. Fly ash pollution is caused by the thermal power plant, and what we thermal power plant, coal is used in the thermal power plant. Fly ash pollution is caused by thermal power plant. Which of the following is a bio indicator of air pollution? So this is a well-known question and always get repeated, that is lichen. If in any area we see lichen, then we can say that this area is safe for air breathing, means air is very clean in this area if we find the lichens. Which of the following is indicator of the air pollution? So indicator is lichen. Which of the following is the well-known example of bioindicator of air pollution? That is and again this question is very important in itself. And with the following pollution indicator plants, that is yeah, you can see this is a very important question being repeated multiple time. Even PCS pre 2019, this is repeated in 15 multiple time. Are the best indicator of air pollution. Which of the following is not a not a water pollutant? So which one is sulfur dioxide? Sulfur dioxide released from burning of fossil fuels. Where releases from burning of fossil fuels. So it is a not water pollutant. Next question. The most polluted city of India is. This is a very old question. We cannot remember. And if this question will be asked, then it will be related to the current affair. According to the report leaked by the Greenpeace India in January 2020, among to the cities which of the following is the most polluted city. So this is a 2020 time, so not need to remember it. Which one of the following is known for cleaning a polluted environment? So what? Rain. And recently you can see that artificial rain was being carried out by the Delhi government in order to combat the air pollution. When the AQI level was more than 1000, then the water sprinklers and water dropping was method being used, and artificial rain was the one of the best suited method to tackle the problem of air pollution. In which city state was air pollution control system Vayu installed in September 2028? So Delhi, it was again Vayu was in Delhi, and it give the indication of the AQI level. Asian brown cloud 2002 was mainly separate spread over South Asia. So this is a very old question, not need to remember. During winter, air pollution in Delhi reaches to the maximum level. Yes. Combustion process in motor vehicle increases during winter. So not true. Combustion process in motor vehicle happens in 12 month in a year. So the most important in indoor air pollutant is sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, radon gas, and now they were the most important indoor air pollutant. What is this? That is radon gas. So radon is a colorless, odorless, radioactive gas. It occurs naturally from the soil as a decay product of radium. So radon gas is a health hazard. It causes lung cancer. So radon gas is a indoor air pollutant. Cigarette smoke contains what? Carbon monoxide and benzene. Carbon monoxide and benzene. Remember benzene also, because we know that carbon monoxide is produced because of not completely burning of the fuel and such component, and the benzene is used in cigarette. Component of benzene are found in the cigarette. So you consider cigarette smoke contains complex compound like carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanides, arsenic, formaldehyde, and benzene. So benzene is one of the major component of this. Ringelmann scale is used to measure density of smoke. So this is a very important question. Ringelmann scale used to measure smoke. How can you remember this? You you have ever seen that someone making the rings of a smoke in the parties. So from there you can remember it. The instrument used for making the density of the smoke is the Ringelmann scale. Concerning fly ash produced by the power plant using coal as a fuel, which of the following statement is are correct? Fly ash can be used in the production of the bricks for the building construction. Absolutely correct. Fly ash can be used as a replacement for some of the Portland and concrete. Also correct. Fly ash is made up of silicon dioxide. Fly ash is made up of silicon dioxide. No calcium dioxide only. No, does not contain any toxic. This is a very toxic. So this is not correct. So 1 and 2 is the correct. A is the correct option. Which of the following are the reason factor for exposure to benzene pollution? Exposure to benzene pollution. So where we found benzene as a major component. So in the tobacco or cigarette like that, or tobacco smoke. This is the yes. Automobile exhaust, yes. There we can found carbon monoxide, benzene, wood burning, yes. So automobile exhaust, tobacco smoke, wood burning, and using varnished wood furniture, yes. Using product made of polythene, yes. So all of the above is the factor exposure to benzene pollution? Yes. So D, the correct option. Which one of the following is not an instrumental device to check air pollution? Air pollution, to check air pollution, bag filter, not bag filter. Yes, we can check air pollution by bag filter. Cyclone collector, we can check air pollution by cyclone collector. Cyclone separator, we can check, but cyclone divider is not a device to check the air pollution. So you can see here, cyclone divider is not used to check the air pollution. Filter bags are used to filter pollutant particles of less than 50 mm. Cyclone separator or cyclone collector is used for filter particle of more than 50 mm. So cyclone divider is the correct option in this case. In the cities of our country, which among the following atmospheric gases are normally considered in the calculating value of air quality index? So calculating the air quality index AQ, what we consider when we calculate the AQI? So carbon dioxide, no, because it's always present in the atmosphere in a bigger component as a bigger quantity. Carbon monoxide, yes. Nitrogen oxide, yes. Sulfur oxide, yes. Methane, no. You can see this when we go through the mm, roads where there is a pollutant indicator screen display these three component: carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, and sulfur dioxide. So 2, 3, 4 is the correct option. So B is the correct option. Next one is the in the context of WHO air quality guidelines, consider the following statement: the 24-hour mean of PM 2.5 should not exceed 115 microgram per meter cube, and annual mean of 2. PM 2.5 should not exceed 5 microgram per meter cube. In a year, the highest level of ozone pollution occur during the period of inclement weather. And the third one is the PM10 can penetrate the lung barrier and enter the bloodstream. No, it cannot penetrate. First of all, excessive ozone in the air can trigger asthma. Yes, this is a very, so which one is the correct? So here in this only this is the correct, that 24-hour mean of should not exceed this means 15 microgram per meter cube, and annual mean of PM 2.5 should not exceed 5 microgram per meter cube. So this is also correct. This is now correct. 1 and 4 is the correct option. So where B. National Clean Air Program has been launched by the central government in the year 2019, but not need to remember it. It is outdated question. According to the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB), the air quality category for IND AQI range of India AQI range of 101 to 200 is considered what? It is considered moderate. As per Indian AQI range, you can consider it 100 to 200 is moderate, but in some developed country and a more developed country, it is considered very serious. If AQI goes from more than 50, then it is considered the emergency situation. But in India, it is considered normal, they are moderate. In which year the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act was enacted? It was enacted in 1931. Next, the main air pollutant in metropolitan city is our what? So that may be carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide also. So you can consider, like you can see here, air pollutant, sulfur dioxide first number, second number by nitrous oxide, yeah, particulate matter like this PM 2.5. So these are the pollutant occurred in city mainly. Then the next question is climate and clean air condition to reduce short-lived climate pollutant in a unique initiative of G20 group of countries. The CCAC focus on methane, black carbon, and hydrofluorocarbons. Which of the following items given here correct? So what is the correct? So only second is the correct. You can see that the climate and clean air coalition is a voluntary partnership of over 160 governments. And this is an intergovernmental organizations. Next question. Carbon monoxide emitted by the vehicles which turn to carbon dioxide by the catalyst converter, those ceramic disc is controlled by, that is palladium. Which element is used in catalyst converter in the vehicles that convert carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide, that is palladium. Smoke is, that's why the Sometimes the exhaust of the various vehicles are sail in a very big amount. Smoke is essentially caused by the atmospheric presence of oxide of nitrogen and sulfur. Next question is acid rain is due to the air pollution by methane. Carbon dioxide no, carbon monoxide no, methane. Methane. Acid rain is due to the air pollution by methane. Sorry, this is nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. Nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. Both are responsible for the acid rain. Next, which of the following is are responsible for acid rain? So nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, so carbon dioxide no, carbon monoxide no, propane no, nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide yes. Acid rain is caused by the pollution of the environment by nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. Acid rain is caused by the pollution of environment by nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. Which among the following environment pollutants are responsible for acid rain? So nitrous oxide and sulfur dioxide. Which acid is present in acid rain? So nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, nitric acid. So nitric and nitric acid. Next one is acid rain consider of the following: nitric and sulfuric, acetic, acetic no, acetic no, nitric and sulfuric acid yes. The component of acid rain is nitric acid, sulfuric acid, carbon monoxide both A and B yes. Nitric acid, sulfuric acid both. What is the following: carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, B 2 and 4. That is excess of which of the following in environment is a cause of acid rain? So nitrogen oxide yes, sulfur dioxide yes. So B is the correct option. In the acid rain, the rainwater and snow is contaminated by which of the following pollutant? So sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. So B is the correct option. Acid rain occurs due to reaction between clouds and sulfur dioxide pollutant. Sulfur dioxide is present here. Acid vapor no. Reaction between rainwater and carbon dioxide no. Sulfur dioxide and nitrous oxide. Which of the following, when dissolved in rainwater, turns rainwater acidic? That is SO2, sulfur dioxide, and O2, nitrogen dioxide. So which one is present? Oxygen or oxide of sulfur? Yes. Oxide of boron, oxide of no. Acid rain is caused by industries burning coal, petrol, wood. So which one is industries? Because they produce sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. Which one of the following gases is responsible for causing acid rain in the atmosphere? Which? Sulfur dioxide. Which of the following countries suffer from the acid rain? So Canada, yes. France is a clean city. Norway, yes. So acid rain where 1 and 3 the correct option. Canada and Norway. Among the countries given in the options, Canada and the Norway suffers most. Norway suffers most from acid rain. Which one of the following country receive the most acid rain? That is Norway. Green blue are two statements. One is labeled as so the assertion is carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide gases get dissolved in rainwater and produces acid rain. Correct. Atmosphere air is polluted due to the high concentration of gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and oxides of nitrogen. Yes, correct. So A is the correct. Let's see about water pollution. The non-biotic pollutant in underground water is arsenic. Generally, we see that the arsenic level is high and that is causing various type of disease in the various people, especially in Bihar, Jharkhand. Arsenic level is very high and it is also non-biotic. The highest chemical pollution is caused by the industrial influence of what? Leather industry. You can see this in the Kanpur where leather is produced in a very big amount and all the wastes are released in the river Ganga. Which one of the following is not related to air pollution? Smoke, acid rain, eutrophication. Eutrophication is not related. So eutrophication is the excessive nutrition going to the any water bodies. That is called eutrophication. Yeah, you can see here excessive fertilizer run into the lakes and rivers. With reference to the eutrophication, which of the following statement is correct? It is the phenomena of nutrient enrichment of the water body with yes, it is correct. It depletes dissolved oxygen of water. So it depletes dissolved oxygen of water. Yes. Select the correct option using the code given below. So which one is the correct? 1 and 2 is the correct option. Next one is biological oxygen demand. BOD. Biological oxygen demand is an indicator of pollution in what? It is air, no, soil, no, aquatic environment. BOD is biological oxygen demand is the pollution in the pollution indicator of aquatic environment. Next one is the water body having high BOD. What is the BOD? You can see here biological oxygen demand. So biological oxygen demand, water body having the high biological oxygen demand indicate that its water is being contaminated by sewage. Mainly the microorganism living in that the water body needs more oxygen because oxygen is being depleted by the various sewage wastage. The water pollution in a river is determined by the measuring the dissolved amount of what? Dissolved amount of oxygen. So BOD is also indicator of pollution. That means high BOD, high pollution, low BOD, low pollution. Water pollution of river is measured by BOD, amount of chlorine dissolved, oxygen dissolved in the water. So not chlorine, not ozone, not nitrogen, that is oxygen. So amount of oxygen dissolved in water. Biological oxygen demand is a standard criteria for what? Water pollution measuring water pollution. So pollution as a, in a aquatic system, yes. Pollution measuring in aquatic system, aquatic environment. Biological oxygen demand, BOD. BOD is a maximum in the Ganga river between where? Kanpur and Allahabad, yes, because Kanpur have the leather industry. Kanpur, why? Because it has leather industry. Consider the following statement and choose the right option given below. The presence of the large amount of nutrient in the water also causes excessive growth of the planktons. Yeah, planktonic algae called algal bloom. Yeah, correct. Algal bloom causes deterioration of the water quality and fish mortality. Also correct. These are the correct. So which one is the correct? D is the correct option. Both statement 1 and 2 are correct. The next one is the problem of water pollution with arsenic is maximum in which state? That is the West Bengal. West Bengal, Bihar, this country have the high amount of arsenic in groundwater. Which country has natural arsenic water contamination? Which country? So if we talk about the country, that is Bangladesh. That's why you can find it West Bengal have the more arsenic contamination. The next one is which of the following river is called biological desert on account of its pollutant? So which one is the Damodar? Damodar considered as a sorrow of Bengal. Damodar, considered as the sorrow of Bengal due to its devastating flood, has now become the sorrow of both Jharkhand and Bengal, owing to the excessive pollution. The enormous quantity of pollutants coming out from the mines, industries, cities, and agricultural field have so much degraded the quality of river that it has virtually become a biological desert. Biological desert means there is no living organism in that river. No living organism, that is biological desert. Which Indian river is called biological desert? That is Damodar. The next one is consider concerning the bio-toilets used by the Indian Railway. Consider the following statement: the common decomposition of the human waste in their toilets is initiated by the fungal inoculum. So this is not correct. Ammonia and water vapor are only end product in this decomposition, which are released into the atmosphere. Not so. Let's deep dive. Bio toilets, which have been developed by the Indian Railways and Defense Research Development Organization (DRDO), has a colony of the what? Anaerobic bacteria. What? Anaerobic bacteria convert human waste into water and few gases. The gases are released into the atmosphere and the water is discharged after the chlorination on the track. Hence, both of the statements are not correct. So, what is anaerobic bacteria? Anaerobic means there is no need of oxygen. The next one is which of the following river of Uttar Pradesh has been declared a biological disaster? Biological disaster due to the environmental pollution. So, which one is Gomti? The Gomti river has become the most polluted river in Uttar Pradesh. Next, which of the following can be found as a pollutant in the drinking water in some part of India? So, arsenic, yes, arsenic is found. Sorbitol is not found. Fluoride, yes, and formaldehyde, no. Formaldehyde is like a CHO means it is a polythene industry. It is used in mainly polythene industry. And uranium, yes. Drinking water, you can see the part of uranium. So see the correct option. Knock-Knee syndrome is caused by the pollution of Knock-Knee syndrome. Fluoride. When fluoride level exceeds 2.5 ppm over a period of 5 to 10 years, it may result in the fluorosis. It has an affinity for calcium and get accumulated in the bones, resulting in the pain in the bones and joint and outward bending of legs from the knee, known as knock-knee syndrome. Which mega city of India generates the largest solid waste per capita annually? So it should be Delhi. But this is a very confusing question at a time. As per the solid waste management rules 2016 in the India, which one of the following statement is correct? So waste generated, correct. Waste generated has no segregate waste into five category. No, the rules are applicable to notified urban, no everywhere. The rules provide for exact and elaborate criteria for identification of the sites for landfill and waste processing facility. Yes. Let's see. Sea pollution. There is a concern over the increase in the harmful algal bloom in the seawater of India. What could be the causative factor for this phenomena? That is, discharging of nutrient from the storage, yes, runoff from the land during the monsoon, yes, and overwhelming in the seas, yes. So all one, two, three, this correct. All this happen, then algal bloom happens because nutrition, a lot of nutrition get export for the phytoplanktons. So algal bloom happens. The headquarter of International Maritime Organization is located in London. Headquarter of International Maritime Organization is located in London. The Union Cabinet has approved memorandum of understanding between India and SACEP for cooperation on oil and chemical pollution in the South Asian Seas region. What does SACEP stand for? So this is a question. This is South Asia Cooperative Environment Program. South Asia Cooperative Environment Program. Next, the acidification of the oceans is increasing. Why is this phenomena a cause of concern? The growth and survival of the calcareous phytoplankton will be adversely affected. Yes. Why is this? Acidification of ocean is increasing. Reason: the growth and survival of the calcareous phytoplankton will be adversely affected. Yes. The growth and survival of the coral reef will be adversely affected. Yes. When acidification reaches, it will be hardly affected. It will greatly will affect the coral of marine. The survival of the some animal that have phytoplanktons larva will be adversely affected. Yes. The cloud seeding and formation of the cloud will be adversely affected. No, this is related to the marine, not the cloud. So 1, 2, 3 is the correct option. Now let's see the sound pollution. First question is, which of the following is the reason behind the maximum noise pollution? Heavy traffic, election meetings, or rock music, jet flights. So jet flight, this is a very high level pollution of sound because it distort the atmospheric air circulation at that area and then create a lot of sounds. You can see here the rusting or whispering of the leaves 20 decibels, whispering or murmuring 30, room noise is 40 decibel, normal conservation 60 decibel, truck sound 80 to 85 decibel, jet engine 120 decibel, landing of jet plane 150 decibel, rocket engine 180 decibel. Which of the following could represent the decibel level of the rusting or tree leaves in the normal circumstances? So what is rusting or whispering of the leaves? That is a 20 decibel. This is a 20 decibel. Which of the following unit is used to measure noise pollution? Which noise pollution is? Decibel. Green mufflers is related to what? Noise pollution. Green muffler is used to prevent which type of pollution? That is a noise pollution here. Now a noise pollution. Let's see of soil pollution. Indiscriminate use of fertilizers has led to soil pollution. Yes. Water pollution. Yes. Air pollution. Yes. Next. In India, the use of carbofuran, methyl parathion, forte, and triophos is viewed with apprehension. These chemicals are used as pesticides in agriculture. Next, consider the following statement: agricultural soils release nitrogen oxides into environment. Yes, agricultural soils release nitrogen oxides into environment. Cattle release ammonia into environment. Yes, cattle release ammonia into environment. Poultry industry releases active reactive nitrogen compound into environment. Yes. So 1, 2, and 3 the correct option. What is the importance of crop rotation in farming? It increases production. Yes. Soil fertility is conserved. Yes. Soil erosion is reduced. Yes. So all of the above is the correct option. Next, soil pollution is more dangerous as compared to the industrial pollution. Yes. Fertilizers and pesticides enter into the food cycle. Yes. Both A and B assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation of A. Plastic pollution. Let's see the plastic pollution. Polythene bag cannot be destroyed because they are made of polymers. Polymers. Which of the following is not destroyed by bacteria? Polythene. Yeah, plastic. Why is there a great concern about the microbeads that released into environment? That is, they are considered harmful for the marine ecosystem. Microbeads are harmful for the marine ecosystem. Next, which of the following takes a maximum time to decay? Plastic, plastic bags. Okay. Statement one: many chewing gums found in the market are considered a source of environmental pollution. Absolutely correct. Many chewing gums contain plastic as a gum base. Yes, so both correct. And statement second explanation statement one. Radioactive and other type of gaseous pollution. Bhopal gas strategy, leakage of methyl iso. You can remember this also. Methyl isocyanate. MIC. Mic and methyl isocyanate. Accident happened on where? 3rd of December 1984. The next question is, in which year Bhopal gas disaster occurred? 1984. The gas which leaked from Union Carbide factory is MIC, methyl isocyanate. Bhopal gas tragedy was caused due to the leakage of MIC, methyl isocyanate. Methyl isocyanate. Which gas leaked out? Methyl isocyanate, MIC. The component associated with the Bhopal gas tragedy was methyl isocyanate. Next question. Chernobyl accident is related with nuclear accident. Chernobyl, where is Chernobyl accident related to? Ukraine, USSR. Chernobyl place situated in Ukraine. And Russia Ukraine war, recently you have seen this. Chernobyl was in the news multiple times. Next, which of the following statement about radioactive pollution are correct? It causes a hereditary change in the animals. Radioactive pollution, yes. It causes disbalance among different minerals in the soil, no. It hinders blood circulation, yes. It causes carcinogenesis, yes. So 1, 3, and 4 is the correct. C is the correct option. The next one is the nuclear energy in the nuclear reactor is produced by nuclear thermal pollution. The nuclear energy in nuclear reactor is produced by thermal pollution and basically fission process occurs. Next, bioremediation means elimination of toxic pollutant from the environment by organism is called bioremediation. Elimination of the toxic pollutant from the environment by organism is bioremediation. It is a technique in the context of the solving pollution problems. Solving pollution problem. What are the advantages of bioremediation technique? So advantages of bioremediation technique. It is a technique for the cleaning of pollution by the enhancing the same biodegradation process that occurs in nature. So this is correct. Any contaminant with heavy metals such as cadmium and lead can be readily and completely treated by no. Genetic engineering can be used to create bioorganisms specifically designed for bioremediation. Yes. So 1 and 3 is the correct option. Recently, oil jappers was in the news. What is it? It is an eco-friendly technology for remediation of oily sludge and oil fields. Euro emission norms are emission standard and these represent a package setting limit for in emission from a vehicle. Which of the following gases is covered under this? That is carbon dioxide, yes, hydrogen, hydrocarbons, yes, leads, all of the above. To meet Euro second emission standard, what should be the sulfur content in the ultra low sulfur diesel? This is a outdated question, but you can say here 0.05% or less than this. Euro norms place because BS4 or BS6 now running in the country, that is Bharat standard. Here Euro norms, Euro standard. So Euro norms places limit on the amount of the emission of gases in an automobile. The gas is carbon monoxide on one gas. Next, the most toxic metal pollutant of automobile exhaust is that is lead. Lead, lead ingested or inhaled is a health hazard. Yes. After the addition of a lead to the petrol has been banned, what still are the source of lead poisoning? That is smelting units and paints. Smelting units, paints are lead. Lead are used in these smelting units, paints. So first and three is the correct option. Should be the correct option. Which one of the following is not correctly matched? That is mercury. Mercury means Minamata disease. Yes, Minamata disease related to the mercury. Cadmium, thyroid disease related to the cadmium. Nitrate iron, blueberry syndrome, blue baby syndrome. Fluoride iron, indigestion. No, this is not correctly matched. Fluorosis is a widespread disease related to the ingestion of high level of fluoride through water and food. Prolonged ingestion of the fluoride adversely affects the teeth, bones, and organs and alter their anatomy and physiology. So here you can say not correctly match. So this is not correctly matched. So D is the correct option. Which of the pair given above are correctly matched? So lipstick में lead present, yes. Soft drinks brominated, yes. Chlorated, brominated. Chinese fast food monosodium glutamate. Next, air pollutant and part affected. Asbestos dust. Which part affects asbestos dust? That is goes to the lungs. Lead, where lead goes to the brain. Like Maggie, we found lead in the Maggie. Mercury, what mercury? Mercury means stomach. Directly go to carbon monoxide. We have seen that bloodstream. So which one is the correct? B is the correct option. Again, pollutant and effects. Carbon monoxide, what damage it? You can see directly here. Carbon monoxide damage liver and kidney because it dissolve in the bloodstream. Oxide of nitrogen, cancers, soil particles, element related to the breathing, and lead central nerve system. So it is lead is related to the brain. Next, which of the following are some important pollutant released by the steel industry in India? That is oxide of sulfur, yes. Oxides of nitrogen, yes. Carbon monoxide, yes. Carbon dioxide, yes. This is the right answer. Improper handling and storage of the cereal grains and oilseeds result in the production of the toxins known as aflatoxins, which are not destroyed by the normal cooking process. Aflatoxins are produced by molds. Aflatoxins are produced by molds. Brominated flames retardant are used in many household products like mattresses and upholstery. Why is there some concern about their use? They are highly resistant to the degradation in the environment, yes. They can accumulate in human and animals, yes. So, see the correct option. The size of the respirable suspended particulate matter in air is less than 5 micron. There is some concerns regarding the nanoparticle of some chemical element that are used by the industry in the manufacturing of the various product. While they can accumulate in the environment and contaminate water and soil, yes. They can enter into food chain, yes. They can trigger the production of free radicals, yes. So 1, 2 and 3 the correct option. Now see the miscellaneous pollution. Which one of the following is a biodegradable pollutant? So the sewage is the biodegradable. DDT, dichlorodiphene, trichloroethane not are biodegradable. Asbestos is not biodegradable. Plastic is not biodegradable. Which was the seasonal factor responsible for the intense cold in the northern India in January 2012? What was that? That was the La Nina. Which of the following is used as an adulterant of a mustard seed? That is argemon seed. That is argemon seed. Incinerator are used for which of the following? Burning wastes. Incinerator are used in burning wastes. In the context of the each of the following are the terms pyrolysis and plasma gasification mentioned. Text. So what is that? That is extraction of rare earth metal. No. Natural gas extraction technology. No. Hydrogen fuel based automobiles. No. Waste to energy technology. Pyrolysis and plasma gasification is the waste to energy technology. Next consists the following: carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur. Which of the above are the emissions from coal combustion at the thermal power plant? That is carbon dioxide, yes. Carbon monoxide, yes. Sulfur dioxide, yes. So all of three are correct. So D is the correct option. Matching phenomena component. Acid rain, sulfur and nitrogen compound. So here is the acid rain, sulfur dioxide 1, 2, 3. Acid rain, sulfur and nitrous oxide. Photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke, that is unsaturated combination with hemoglobin, carbon monoxide that dissolve in our bloodstream, depletion of ozone layer, that is chlorofluorocarbon. Which one? The chlorofluorocarbon. So C is the correct option. You can see here acid rain, sulfur dioxide, photochemical smoke, unsaturated hydrocarbons, and combination with hemoglobin, what dissolve in our bloodstream, that is carbon monoxides, and depression of ozone layer, what is responsible for that? Chlorofluorocarbon CFCs. In India, extended producer responsibility was introduced as an important feature in which of the following? The biomedical wastes, no. The recycled plastic, no. The e-waste is introduced in the for the extended producer responsibility. R2 code of practice constituent a tool available for promotion and adoption of what? Environmentally responsible practices in electronics recycling industry. R2 electronics recycling industry. The next one is in the context of the proposal to the use of the hydrogen enriched CNG. Hydrogen enriched CNG as a fuel for buses in the public transport contains the following statement. The main advantage of the hydrogen enriched CNG in the elimination of the carbon monoxide emission low. The CNG as a fuel reduces carbon monoxide and uh, hydrocarbon emission. Yes, hydrogen up to 1/5 by volume can be blended with CNG as a fuel for buses. Yes, and CNG makes the fuel less expensive than CNG. Wrong. So 2 and 3 is the correct option. In the context of which of the following do some scientists suggest the use of cirrus cloud thinning technique and the injection of the sulfate aerosol into a stratosphere, reducing the global warming. Bihar government has planned to make Bihar state pollution free by reducing the carbon emission by which year? So it is a non-clear question, so leave it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have not subscribed.